And now, live from Saffron Walden, it's the Lockdown TV Christmas special.
Ho, ho, ho! You're watching Lockdown TV! Happy Christmas!
Happy Christmas, folks! We are back with the one-off Yuletide Hogmanay edition of Lockdown TV! And boy, do we have a packed show for you tonight. We've got music, drama, poetry. Phyllis is on the warpath, or should that be the ball path? Well, we got this and much, much more. So stay tuned. So, is Boris going to bungle up your Christmas? No! That's right, it ain't happening. Not on my shift. Here's a little Christmas poem to get you in the mood.
You're watching Lockdown TV.
It's Christmas Eve, the sweet temptation of presents, the smell of hazelnuts roasting, hanging up the stockings, putting out the mince pies. The snow falls as there is Christmas in the air.
We have got the most amazing Christmas song being premiered tonight on Lockdown TV's Christmas special. You do not want to miss that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you that we've had to detain Santa. His jolly demeanour and serial joy spreading just doesn't quite fit in with the new normal. It may sound a little drastic, but I want to assure you that it's for the greater good. And, well, it makes my life a damn sight easier too. So, don't worry kids, you can fry your brains on the new high-speed internet. And soon you'll have forgotten all about fun and Santa and all that fiffle-faffle.
Excuse me, Boris.
Yes, little people speak.
Snow floats delicately on the frost-covered ground, swirling in the air as it falls. The lights that sparkle like diamonds in the rhinestone black night grow merrily. From the centre of town, the church bells' rings echo festively around the town. The mouth-watering scent of mince pies and hot chocolate wafts around the streets. The bare trees seem to shiver cold now they've lost their dull-coloured cut leaves. There's a kind of joyful atmosphere in the air that reminds you of Christmas. Helps you remember that even through the darkest times, there will still be light. There'll still be tasty mince pies, and festive lights and warm hot chocolates, and brass church bells and the occasional brush of snow. All the things that remind us of Christmas will stay with us always. And the old tradition and the new will be in our hearts as long as we let them. Christmas is a time of giving and sharing the Christmas spirit. And whatever happens, we'll always have Christmas for support.
Not only is our town the birthplace of democracy, it's also the home of a certain gentleman who saved Christmas many, many years ago. Here's Mark to explain.
Hello, Mark Start here again. Today I'm going to talk about William Winstanley, one of Saffron Walden's most famous sons. He was born in 1668 in Quendon, but when he was an adult and when he married his wife, who was called Martha, he moved to the Market Square. Now, we've all been experiencing a pandemic in 2020. Now, William experienced an epidemic. It was called the Great Plague of London. And in 1665, William made a diary and a record of the Great Plague, personal accounts mortality rates, and even wood-graved figures appear in his book. Now that's quite a macabre tale, but William is also well known as the man who saved Christmas. And in the Puritan age, which was 1649 to 1660, with Oliver Cromwell in charge, Christmas was banned. Can you believe it? Even mince pies were not allowed. Now the monarchy was restored in 1660, and William was instrumental in bringing the traditions of Christmas back to England. In fact, there is a book all about his efforts, and it's called The Man Who Saved Christmas, Mr. William Winstanley.
Right, I am really pleased to confirm that the Christmas spirit is alive and well in our town. Just take a look at this.
Lockdown TV.
Uni 2020 by Alice Brommel. First you must choose the right A-levels, then you must research hard. Read the details, attend open days, you must go the extra yard. You narrow down your choices, then comes the letter in the post, confirming that you have an offer to study at the place you like the most. The time is getting closer, a new life lies ahead, lots of shopping and preparing to do, but still there is no dread. Then you begin to realise that this year won't be as you planned. Lectures and seminars all online, but the adventure no less grand. Then comes another rule, this time the rule of 6. In your own flats you must remain, no households allowed to mix. So, no meeting up in person, and no attending actual class. What other things are different, and how long will this last? Freshers' Week is cancelled, security guards at every door. I tell myself it'll still be fun, but now I'm not so sure. I know we must be careful and protect sacred human lives, but 2 days in was long enough, there's been a suicide. We enter this new big city, faces covered by fabric masks, but we cannot let this affect us, we still have a degree to pass. The course is very expensive, as is the cost of my little room, trapped inside with strangers, learning via Microsoft and Zoom. Chaos in the halls at night, loud noises everywhere. teenagers high off freedom, with their egos to declare. Then come in the police, they threaten us with fines. I didn't realise 6 months ago that making friends would be crossing the line. So, I sit here in my room, my flatmates are in self-isolation, taking turns to use the kitchen, and my bed, my new workstation. 14 days, and we'll be out. We are just waiting for a test. This isn't what I thought uni would be, but hey, I'm giving it my best. Will we be allowed home for Christmas, or will it be too much of a risk? I'm starting to wish I could restart uni when this virus doesn't exist. But that might never be, or not for a long, long time. I have little hope for a country being run by a minister not in his prime. It's also very confusing. I'm not sure quite what to believe, but this is the start of my university life, and I still have time to achieve. I refuse to let this hold me back, even when everything feels grey. Don't let it hold you back either. We can still do this, just in a slightly different way. Together we will be the year that experienced uni like no other, and the year of 2020 will be one from which we recover. We will look upon this time, with memories all hazy, and say, hey, remember that? Yeah, that really was just crazy.
Christmas isn't about barring your door to your friends and your family. It's not about massive profits for Amazon, Google, and friends of the Tory party. And Christmas isn't about being frightened of people you pass in the street. Christmas isn't about watching what you say for fear of the thought police. And Christmas isn't about bubbles, it's about baubles and pine trees, real ones with that unmistakable odour that tells you that Christmas is here. It isn't about allowing your parents or grandparents to be excluded from the festivities. And it's not about politicians telling you what you can and can't do in your own home. No way! Christmas isn't about queuing outside shops like you're an extra in a movie about the Great Depression. Christmas is about hugging your friends, giving Granny a kiss on the cheek. Christmas is about board games, exchanging stories old and new. Christmas is about including everyone. Christmas is the moment in the year when you say to the people you see about town, hey, you're alright and I wish you well. Christmas is about listening to carol singers in the street. It's the fun and excitement of school plays and care home sing-alongs. Christmas is about all the generations in the precious thing that we call families. A virtual Christmas is no Christmas at all. To turn off your phones and your tablets and your laptops and go and enjoy some real company. No, not yet. Wait until the end of the show, then switch them off. But just sit back, enjoy the entertainment and have a great Christmas, one and all. From everybody at Creative Walden. It's been a tough year for everyone, but I think it's fair to say that the authorities have overlooked just how devastating this madness has been to our young folk. Here's a young man who digs deep into his soul and delivers the most incredible poems. We're all really proud of him. Take it away, Sam.
How I see. I see with my eyes. They show me the way. My mind stops me from following it. Doesn't want to go. There is worry in my mind. The anxiety pollutes it with dread. It stops my body from going where it needs to go. My mind wishes to be home. To be the one place anxiety cannot find it. One place that is safe. But it must let the body go. Once in a while. The mind must be brave to preserve the lives of other minds. It always wants what they have. They have confidence and courage. They don't have the paranoia and anxiety. They seem happy. This mind doesn't have what they do. It has a form of happiness. It creates worlds, people, monsters. It makes realities where it is confident and brave. It creates devices and ideas to aid others. The eyes see. The body moves. The mind creates. Dreams of being the same as other minds, they fade away. This mind knows itself. It knows what it is. It is strong. It is brave. It creates.
Here's a man with his finger on the pulse of the town. It's Mark Newey with some really important information about our mental health.
So I'm going to start with two profound things about human beings. One that's not so good and one that's good. The thing about human beings about humanity is that we thrive on order, stability, certainty, security. Yeah. That's all been thrown up into the air with what's going on right now. However, the good thing is, of course, what Darwin is accredited as saying, is that it's not the strongest that survive, but the ones that can adapt best to their environment. And that's what human beings have been doing for hundreds of thousands of years, adapting. So we can adapt to this situation. What it's causing right now, of course, is lots of stress and anxiety. And by the way, it's supposed to. We are supposed to be getting stress and anxiety right now. These things, stress, anxiety and depression, they are not mental illnesses. They are signals from your system saying, oi, pay attention, something's not working. Stand back, have a look and change something. It's your system operating absolutely correctly. We are supposed to get stress and anxiety and depression for that matter. So, there's not a lot we can change at the moment. What we can do, of course, is introduce routines, habits, that sort of thing that will help with the certainty and the stability. But ultimately, what we need to do is change our thinking. We need to adapt our thinking in the current situation because we're going to be with this, I don't know, next 3, 6, 12 months. Life is not going to go back to how it was. Probably never, actually. So we have got to adapt our thinking, but we don't know how to do that. Nobody has ever actually told us how to do it. Well, right now we're working like crazy on an app, a full-blown mental wellness education app. So in the meantime, that's why we're doing this free 12-week COVID Life Plan. So each week I'm going to be releasing videos. There will be worksheets for you to work things through. Sometimes there'll be audio guides that will help, but there will be videos teaching and work each week for the next 12 weeks until we're ready to launch the app.
You're watching Lockdown TV. Stay tuned.
Hello! Phyllis here again. I've been twitching. Oh yeah, I've been twitching all right. Twitching up my curtains. I can see them across the street playing board games. And you're only supposed to have 6 in your house, and they've got 7 if you include the baby. I can see them laughing. Don't they remember what the government said? Oh, no laughing or we'll be dead. Well, me, I'm staying indoors. Lock myself in the room with the window open. It's quite all right, you know. I do know how to have fun.
I know you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
I know you don't.
Anyway, him indoors says he's quite happy not to spend Christmas with me, so he's done the off to our daughters. Ugh, I bet he's drinking and laughing, and if I know him, he'll be singing too. Singing, I tell you. He might as well have bought them all heroin. And another thing.
Well, you know what we say to that? Bore off!
You're watching Lockdown TV.
Here's a Genie with a special watery tale of Christmas.
What is Christmas like under the sea? This is one of the questions that always haunts me. How do twinkle lights work underwater? If there are no nights, how does Santa know when to come? What do you give a jellyfish? 8 socks? So one day I went down to the beach, over the rocks, and into the big blue sea in a yellow submarine. To my astonishment, my eyes could see that the seabed, like a Christmas dream, was lit with multicoloured lights.
But how? The glowing creatures of the sea obligingly sat in ordered rows, filling the Christmas scene with a fluorescent glow. But under the swirling light, the festivities were no less jolly. The fish and lobsters danced, and, I suppose instead of holly, the walls were festooned with shells. Tiny tables heaved under mountainous piles of food. No seafood I saw relieved. They noticed me and clamoured to invite me to Christmas tea, but I refused. No thanks, I have more to see. Onwards I drove through the dark water, passing bright-lit coves with trees of kelp strung with tinsel. After hours of driving, I found another fish town, off the coast of Scotland. They had a big party, no one was down. As they exchanged beautiful presents, I suddenly noticed the time. It was nearly midnight. I had to wrap up this rhyme and get back to sleep, or Santa wouldn't come. It was a shame to stop all the fun, but then I saw something, a perfect end to a perfect Christmas. I saw Santa Claus, small and fuzzy, but there, trying not to crash as he zoomed through the water. Maybe to your house, maybe to mine, but always, every year, always on time.
Yes, it is true. Sad but true. The government have outlawed Christmas. Santa has been arrested, accused of being a super spreader of fun. Boris the Bully and Humbug Hancock are trying to ruin the festivities, but we're not having it. Aren't we all a little bit fed up with this nonsense? We could grumble about it, ignore it, pretend it didn't happen, or we could do something about it. Are you with us? I said, are you with us? Yes. Okay, let's save Santa. I can tell you now, we have sent a crack creative Walden team out to find him and free him. This team was handpicked by the Fairycroft overlords. Anna trained them in surveillance, Tim supplied them with the tools for the job, Alfie fitted them with tracking devices, and Tony put them through the grueling test of mental aptitude. Oh, and Lee taught them the essential self-defense art of origami. They're out there somewhere, fighting for Christmas. Good luck and Godspeed.
What are they going to do? Deliver the presents by drone? This newfangled technology can't beat the old Santa magic. What a sorry state of affairs!
Hi, Santa!
Sorry, kids. Boris has dumped me in here, and there's not going to be any presents for any children this Christmas.
Don't fret, we'll get you out.
Well, you kids always put a smile on my face. Thank you. Thanks, kids.
You may need this, Santa.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll give that to Rudolph. He always was my favourite.
Good luck, Santa!
There he goes, over the rooftops, looking out for children all over the world. Good luck, Santa. Here's another fantastic poem, courtesy of the young folk at Writer's Room.
Christmas baking. Down in the kitchen a sweet smell hung, the flavour was so strong I could taste it on my tongue. A fresh batch of gingerbread lay on the counter, we raced down the stairs, then broke into a canter. Ouch, it's still hot, were the words of my sister. She turned to the tap to put water on her blister. Obviously, you idiot, I spoke with a roll of my eyes. I ran to the box of lovely mince pies. Go put the stockings up and leave all the food. Honestly, you two are being so rude. Up came the stockings and down came the blinds. We trotted off to dinner and sat down at once, and the food came right behind. Once the plates were empty, to bed we both scattered. Once the cleaning up was done, my mum and dad flopped onto the couch, both clearly shattered.
You're watching Lockdown TV. Stay tuned.
Oh! It's Hancock, the Weir Doctor. He's here. What big eyes you have. And what big teeth you have, Mr. Hancock. No, not with that syringe. You're not sticking that anywhere, mate. I'm off.
And got himself in trouble again. So, on behalf of everyone at Lockdown TV, we'd like to wish you a happy Christmas and a new year full of fun, freedom and friendship. Merry Christmas!
I wish it was a different Christmas, without suspicion, strife and fear. Forget about our troubles, it was the best time of the year. Generations round the table, glasses clink and bellies swell. Children full of wild excitement, with hearty tales to tell. The carol singers stop singing, and the children hide their smiles. My friends have all stopped hugging, 6 feet could be 1,000,000 miles. So many lonely now at Christmas, afraid of the life they knew. Wish I could end it all tomorrow and bring your Christmas back to you. This is not the way to Christmas, you can't enjoy it through a screen. And if you plant the seeds of terror, this is what you surely breed. Where one man fears another, forsaking the folk he loves, in a constant state of worry, behind a wall of Mustang gloves. The carol singers stop singing, and the children hide their smiles. My friends have all stopped hugging, 6 feet could be 1,000,000 miles. So many lonely now at Christmas, afraid of the life they knew. Wish I could end it all tomorrow and bring your Christmas back to you. Some days the sky's falling, some days the clouds are black, and I hear my heart is calling, we want to take our Christmas back. Fancy presents, I don't need a glowing tree, and there's nothing on the television that beats good company. We laugh and joke about the old times and making new memories. friends to me are friends forever, and I sure miss their company. I sure miss your company. Happy Christmas. I miss my family.
The sentiments aired on Lockdown TV are those of the author. If you found something offensive, please send your complaints to Grumpy Guts, the I Haven't Got a Sense of Humour department, P.O. Box, chuck 'em in the corner next to the Barry Manilow albums, North Pole, the world. See you later.